Hello and welcome to my channel. And today I thought I'd pop on and do some swatching. I've got this GuangNa 120 set of brush acrylic markers. As you can see from the box, I got these from AliExpress. And yeah, so oh, that was squeaky. Yeah, I only got these yesterday, but I noticed it's got, look, let me turn that round. It's got these swatching things. And I do actually want, I find swatching very therapeutic. That's usually, I'm going to be honest, it's usually the main reason I do swatching. But for these ones, I actually want them because I'm doing them mostly for my, the coloriage Disney books, colour by number. And so I like to be able to match them. You get some spare tips in this, which I really liked. Put them to one side where I can lose them. So I thought I was going to swatch them, and I thought, you know what, I may as well jump on camera and do it because you guys, you keep me company. Put that there. So yeah, 120 of them. It'll probably take me a little while, but I just, I guess it's kind of an unboxing as well. Let me do this. Look, they do this thing where you can pull them all out and see what you've got. And they all have their numbers, which I really like. Oh, there we go. But yeah, so let's oh, can these come out? I don't think they come out. I think this is attached. Oh, okay. I do not want to take them out. They just roll outside. Disaster averted. They was all going to spill. Right. So let's do... It is quite awkward, though, to actually do this. Now, are they in order? 609. It looks like they are. So hopefully... I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have 5 rows. So it looks like I can just do it that way. So, yeah, let me just get you in a little bit closer. Yeah, that works. Now, these ones, you do have to shake them. That's the difference between the only other acrylic markers really that I've got are the nicety ones, which are not shaky ones. I did get the what are they called. Right, let me paint. Let me paint and talk at the same time. I got the Langwo. I should have brought one with me. It's the ones the like the beige ones with the grooves. And initially I thought, oh, they're quite good. No, I do not like those. But I'll talk about that when I get around to doing my next colouring finished pages, which won't be for a while. But yeah, I was not happy with them. Anyway, the reason I got these because the nicety was a set of 60, and I do like them. But I found a problem with them because, as I say, sorry about that motorbike. Let me do my spiel. I live in London. I live on a through route. There is it's a junction, so that people stop there. It's a pedestrian crossing. And sometimes people rev their engines as they pull away. Sometimes they toot their horns. Do you know what? I'm not even checking that. Did I do that wrong already? I didn't check the number. I assumed it would be 976. It isn't. They're not in order. How rude. The first one was 609. And I've just done it already. Wow. Welcome to my channel. 676. 676. Where is this? Are they all in it? Right, so that's here. But yeah. Right, let me do that one. 676. Rude. So let's find 694. So this is 634. But yeah, it does mean sometimes it's a bit of a through route for the emergency services as well. So you might hear a siren. I do live across from a school, but the kids are on school holiday this week, so so at least we don't have them. Right, this is 694. Do you know what? Let's just leave that to dry. We'll see how opaque this stuff is. And yeah, 697. Why are they all in the wrong one? Where's 728? But what was I saying? Wow, so easily. I'm on 3 tangents at once. 697, yeah. Yeah, I got the nicety set, which was a set of 60. And they are, that was it, because I remember making a joke. They are nice. I think I'm just going to put them here, and we'll all sort them at the end. 728. Right, here's 728. So I can do this one. But I've got these, the Disney colouring books. Oh, I did not shake that. It's fine. It's fine. It worked well. They only arrived yesterday. They were probably shaking like crazy going through transit. So let's get these in order. So this is the 694. I don't know what happened there. My ball stopped rattling. I do like these. You can see where the paint is inside. And this, right, 694. That does seem dry, so we'll see. No, that is not opaque enough. So we'll just have to, oh, I don't know, it's not too bad. Just put a bit up there and a bit down there. It'll be fine. We'll just make it a bit bigger than it was. It's fine, right. But it was, I was kind of not tricked, but I did not think it through. Story of my life. So 728, 634, 676, 697. And I didn't think it through that this set of 60 had 12 metallics in it. So really, it wasn't really a set of 60. When it comes to doing paint by, you know, colour by numbers, it was a set of 48. 725. Let's find 802. 802, right. So yeah, it turned out that I was missing I did not shake. I need to get used to this. It's because the other set I did not need to shake. But yeah, I found out in the end, that I was lacking a lot. There was a lot of holes in like the colours that I needed, specifically things like skin tones. So like peaches and tans, and like some of the browns. 663. What am I looking for? 663. And yeah, so I was where's 663? They're none of them in the right order. I'm so triggered. Like if I'd messed up the order, it would have been fine. I would have been totally okay with it. It wasn't me that messed them up. But yeah, so it meant that I basically was starting these pages, and I realised I had a choice. I had to pick some really wacky colours that was like, well, not even in the vicinity of, but just generally if something was brown or beige. And I decided I didn't want to do that. 654, I've got this out here. And that meant buying more markers. So I tried to get the skin tone set from AliExpress. They had their big sale on back in May. Mid-May, I think I don't know, when was it? Yeah, mid-May I think it was. And 652, and they're all at it today. Sorry if you heard the tooting of the horn. Shake, 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 shake. And I found this really good deal on the GuangNa skin tones. And they've also got a pastel set. So there's 48 in each, I think. So it was a really good deal. Especially, you know, with AliExpress, you get like coupons and things to add to it's already a sale, and then you get to knock off some money with coupons. And so I've got a really good deal, and then I don't know what happens, because you know what they do is when you buy them, they then send them to another warehouse sort of thing where they sort of combine your order for the 5-day shipping. I want 643, 620. See, come on, 643, 673, 643. And I don't know, part of my order was fine and was sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting for the rest of it to catch up, and the packages never merged. So I had the skin tones, and also I'd got some Langro gel pens. Now the Langro gel pens I do like. I didn't like their acrylics, but the gel pens we liked. And I'd also got a really good deal of that in the sale. And it was from a different seller. If it was from one seller, I'd be thinking that they'd sold them too cheap, sort of thing, and decided, you know, perhaps they didn't want to sell them. But it was two different sellers, and they both went missing. And I didn't even have a chance to you know, wait for it. They just auto refunded me, which is a shame because they are nowhere near as cheap as what they was now. I was like, well, 672. I may as well, as the price isn't, you know, it wasn't such a leap. I was just like, you know what, let's just bite the bullet. I do intend to get some of the other sets. You know, I'd like to try the Artex, which somebody told me was a very good set. 739. And I'd like to try the Ohuhu. I've got 739 here. I do not. 739. So I will eventually get them, but you know, that one's a bit streaky. But this is very sort of slick paper. I don't know. The others aren't streaky. So maybe just that colour. Or I wasn't, maybe I didn't shake it. I'll find out when I watch the video to edit it. Whether I forgot to shake it. Entirely possible. 675. 675. So yeah, I just bit the bullet and bought. There is. I know they've got a 168 set, but the prices wasn't so good. That was a weird one. When you break it down to price per marker, you'd think buying more markers, 613, it would get cheaper per marker, but for some reason they were going up. So this was the most cost effective. I'm all about, you know, right, 613. Yeah, so I just bought the set that was a decent enough size and was the best price per marker. They came really quick. I think 5 days I ordered them. And it was a weekend. It's like I ordered them on Friday. And today is Wednesday. And they came yesterday. So, yeah, so Friday. So, Friday my time. So, oh, there's a fly in here. How rude. So, yeah, they come so fast. That's bonkers. 6, 7, 8. But, yeah, obviously, I need to... I needed them for my colour by number books, which I've got like 4 pages. Like 4 pages that I've started with my nicety markers, like just with the colours that I had. And then I just moved on. When I ran out of things to colour with what I had, I just moved on. So I'm going to get a whole stretch of quick finishes. Do you know what? Hang on a second. I'm just going to pause. I'm going to see if I can get this fly out the window. Do you know what? Typical. 673. The minute I'll look to swoosh him out the window, I can't find him, even though he's buzzing around. So we'll try it. With luck, he found his own way out the window. Right, 673. Make sure I do this right. Do you know what? I completely lost my flow. Oh yeah. So I'm going to have a whole string of finished pages all at once. Not all at once, but in rapid succession for my finished pages video, which won't be for a little bit either, because I save them up now. I don't do it every month. It's too stressful to have that deadline hanging over me. I know it's all psychological, and I know it's all my own fault. You know, it's self-inflicted. But yeah, we don't play the YouTube game. I mean, it's mostly about, you know, everybody loves those videos, so YouTube loves those videos, and yeah, it becomes 611. Comes a bit of a treadmill, so I don't want to do. Oops, bit of a wobble there. It's because it's a box and not a piece of paper. That is the black, even though it's called 611. Right, that's one row. Oh, I'll have to be careful. I had little splashes. Maybe I shook it before I, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what word I'm looking for. Before I pulled it out. Okay, let's go here. So this is 741, which is definitely not in the right order. Okay, so none of them are in the right order. 622, so that's right. Let's get that. 665. Right, let's just get them all these out. We'll get the whole row out. 622 is the first one. Just get a handful out. Like I say, if I'd mixed up the order on this, I wouldn't be mad. Just because that's a very me thing to do. I'm a bit, you know, haphazard. But when somebody else's, when I get them out the box, make sure I don't put my hand. Yeah, no, that's all dry. That is the nice thing about acrylic markers, isn't it? They do dry pretty quick. Not like gel pens, which is why I like the Langro gel pens, because it's all acrylic ink now, isn't it? 695, no, 731. Did I get 695? Yes. So yeah, it solves half my problems, because I am a serial smudger. Just like, if I can put my hand in something, or I'm like, oh, is it dry yet? Oh no. Yeah. If I had £1 for every time I did that, I'd have a lot of pounds. Right, 687. Is this out yet? 687. I must remember to shake. See, if it was a Posca shape, I wouldn't be, it'd be fine. I remember, like, that's sort of ingrained into me. Well, that's a nice green. I like that green. Yeah, look, it comes out in the lid. I do need to be careful. Maybe I'll get, because that's all smudged down the side. That is an accident waiting to happen. And I don't think that was me, because some of it looked like it was drying up. 665. So probably just in transit. It's got a little shaken up. You can understand, it's come a long way. Right, 665. Another green. But yeah, I thought, do you know what? If I jump on camera, it's not boring. It's definitely not boring. But at the same time, like, I thought, I'll make a YouTube video out of it. Because if I'm not making a YouTube video, I'm watching a YouTube video. I thought, oh, you know what? You can keep me company. This is a nice grass set. Grass set of greens. 741. 741. But I've already looked to see, well, assuming these swatch how it shows, because they do have, where did I see it? Somewhere. I'm sure I've seen, yeah, I'm sure they have. I can't turn it over. I don't want to turn it over in case I place my ink on the table. But I think they had like their own swatches from where it's like been printed. So, oh, where is this one? I bet it's a green. Looking at those ones, it does look like 730, 784. Come on, 786, 784, 684. Come on, what are you? 684, there we go. It does look like I've got lots of, well, this already, I can tell, is a colour that I wanted. Like that kind of fleshy peach. 684, this looks like another sort of, well, we'll see how it comes out. Yeah, so this is almost like a cream. And it's these kinds of colours that I was missing in the other set. It did have a cream, but like the cream was almost white. It was too cream. It was a very literal cream. And then I think I had one other one that was sort of a peachy one, which, to be fair, isn't that far off that one. I don't think it was a bit browner, but it was still very peachy. And yeah, I didn't have it. I didn't have what I needed. I was trying to do Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell would have been very orange. Right, make sure, yeah, 604. We can't have Tinkerbell being orange. She's gone the fake tan route. Right, 630. We can't have fake tan Tinkerbell. Oh, that's a nice colour. I don't know if they've actually got names. I don't think they do. I mean, it's certainly not on the pen, but I do like that they've got numbers on the cap. 731. Another nice tanny type cream. What have we got here? Yeah, so that's like a yellow undertones, almost sort of sand. 638. So those are all in all. I've taken them out. It's just like it's like some random pens move forward a bit, and then the rest will all be in order. Right, let's see what we've got here. Stuck. Come on. That's 619. 639. Okay, so that's what we've got. But that's 742. Okay, so let's do 639. Shake. And we'll do this. I haven't actually looked. I don't know if these numbers are the ones from the skin tone sets or whether that's extra. I also don't know if the 160 set, I assume it is a combination of all of their sets come together, or whether again the I must admit, I like this. It's like a sort of terracotta. I'd quite like to get, the pastel set. 742. It's not, no. 674 we want. No. 674. Put those there. Shake. So yeah, I might still end up getting the skin tone set or the pastel set, because I have a feeling those are probably going to be colours that I run out before some of the others anyway, if they are doubles, and if they're not, then it's just more selection. 671. So I mean, if anybody knows what the other sets are, then that would be great. But I know I found out quite quickly that I do like acrylic markers. So 832. I mean, obviously they're great for the colour by numbers, but I want to start using them for, like, because I do have acrylic paint, like the little folk art type, the little bottles, and it's a little bit of a faff to pull that out if I want to do a background with them. 742. That's a nice violet. That was another one I was missing. I didn't have a violet. And yeah, so like, this is like combats my laziness, because anything that's just less effort, it's fine by me. Right, get out. What's this one? 616, 650. So that's these two next to each other. 693. 680 is the last one. Yeah, totally mixed up. Right, so 617 was in the middle. So hopefully this is 607. Yeah, so last in the row was 607. Yeah, so I do use sometimes acrylic paint for backgrounds, especially. I've also seen people that, will use them with a water brush. I kind of feel like I want to try that as well. I'm really trying to get into watercolour stuff, just using paints more than I do, because I'm quite intimidated by using them as paints, if that makes sense, as opposed to these being just sort of glorified. They're almost like alcohol markers, aren't they, in the sense that, you've got bright colours, bright punchy colours, but they don't bleed through. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to push outside of my comfort zone. And I thought, for the colours that don't get used a lot, because you know what colour by numbers are like, they tend to fall back on a fairly set palette. For the ones that don't get used that much, get used up more slowly, I thought those ones I'll try and do a I can use them for, like, with a water brush and see how it goes. Because I think you can use pencil over the top of acrylic paint as well, especially if you've, like, watered it down. So I'm sure these, I've not actually tried pencil over the top of these. I'm sure I'm assuming, you know what I say about people that assume, but I'm assuming they work okay with pencil over the top, because normal acrylic paint does. This is a bit thinner. 680. And if you're wondering, I'm not, well, I am a little bit wonky, but the reason why I'm wonky is because obviously this box is like this high. Imagine that going upwards. So I've got nothing to rest my hand on when I get to these end ones. Right, that's 2 rows done. 2 rows done. Let's pull out. I've not seen that fly again. So he must have found his, he must have known his days were numbered. Right, 682. Oh, that's way in. 602. Okay. 602. Let's get the next one. 668. 733. 727. Oh, these ones are right mixed up. Right, 690. Okay, let's do these two. 602. It's a really nice sort of seafoam green. I like that colour. Seafoam going on sort of turquoisey. Yum, yum, yum. I don't know why I said yum, yum, yum. I do not eat seafoam. It's not mint. Usually when I'm doing my yum, yum, yums, it's because usually when I'm comparing against something, nearly 9 times out of 10, it is food. So I just went automatically to yum, yum, yum. Right, 635. 635. But yeah, I was itching. I got these quite late yesterday afternoon. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to pull them all. Like, I opened the box to make sure there was nothing. Because, you know, you have to confirm that you've received. They send you an email, 7/27, saying your package has been delivered. Because it's tracked. Your package has been delivered. Can you confirm receipt? So I was like, oh, yeah, I can do that. But let me just, I better open it just in case. Because there was a couple of dinks on the box. And I didn't think it'd been crushed, but... You know, these plastic, you'd only need something to be crushed, wouldn't you? And it's 668, and there'd be paint everywhere inside the box. And that's when I found this little sheet inside, well, on the box, with all the colours. I was like, ooh, I could swatch it on this. Let me get some of these out so they don't, so I know where I am in my list. Right, 682. And I was like, oh, I decided last night, I was like, oh, I'm not going to start swatching now. I'll do it tomorrow. But it was hard. 656. You know, it just when you 656. You get a new toy, right? There's a new toy. And it was like plugging, but I didn't have time to do any colouring last night. So I knew there was no point in like, rushing to swatch them because I wasn't going to use them. 603. But that's, you know, sometimes the logical brain is very boring. And I was just like, oh, I just want to play with them. So doing on camera was like my bribe to myself. Do them on camera. You've got some company. Right, 625, no. What's this? 644, no. 649. I don't know why sometimes the ball disappears. I don't know if it gets stuck somewhere. Or just maybe it's just so full of ink. Let's go with that. They do feel quite full. I mentioned it before. I do like that these ones you can see inside the barrel how much you've got left. Do you know what? I nearly put that to one side. I was 625. When I was whinging about the Langwo acrylic pens, the groovy ones, the ones with the grooves. See, this is one that I'm missing. This nice sort of flesh, pinky flesh, peachy. Don't have any colours like that. Yeah, one of they was just so watery. I had this pale blue. I got it was like, there was a highlighter set. So it was almost like very similar to their it was the dopamine set. Yeah, it was called the dopamine set. So I got the highlighter set of gel pens, which I love, and they're very similar colours to that in the dopamine set of the acrylic pens, but they were so watery. I had this blue, and it was so see-through and so wet. Like the paper was crinkling on like one, like it would with, don't get confused, 644, like it would with almost like watercolor. Like it was just so wet, and I tried shaking it, even though those ones don't have balls in them. I assume it's like one of them little felt things that carries the paint down the pen. Anyway, it was so thin and so watery and so see-through. I mean, there's see-through, right? And then there's see-through. And this was like, these were almost transparent. It was awful, this blue. And, come on, 605. No. Come on, 605. No, 605. I've not missed it, have I? 605. Come on. 605. It was all right there, 4 from the end. And yeah, because it was so see-through, I was doing it on the colour by, like in the colour by number book. And like, that's not even in black. They print that all in grey. Like my poor eyes, at the best of times, it's like full of details and numbers, but it's all in grey. And you know, I don't expect 664, I mean. I don't expect pale colours to be opaque. But I expect them to be better than like cheap tracing paper. Like, and you could literally, it was almost like there was nothing there. So it meant I had to put like, not two or three layers. I was putting on 5 layers and it would still be see-through, but just like not bothersome see-through. 606, do I 606? 606 was last. So yeah, that's already run out and I've hardly used it as well. I'm sure, I don't know, I think it was so watery. I have heard people say there was, because there's Langwo ones that have this thing as well, and I couldn't remember when I bought them which one was the one that people liked or was like nah about. But now I know, because yeah, I don't buy them pale ones with the rigid, you know, the ridge style body 666, because it was just like, I don't know, maybe maybe I'll try it in future when I'm over being salty about these ones, you know, just in case I got a bad batch, because it's just, yeah, it was so watery. I'm like, it's not meant to be like this. 743, is that up here? Yes, up here. So I'm glad I had the nicety set so that I had something to compare to. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I got those. I got from 2 separate, you know, 2 separate companies worth of acrylic pens, just so that I had something to compare, so that I knew if like they were different, whether that was normal, you know. If everything had been watery, then I'd be like, no, I don't like them. I don't like acrylic pens. I won't be using them. But fortunately, the nicety set told me that they're nice and not watery, and even the pale colours. Like in the end, what I resorted to for the blue one, that's how bad it was, I actually got the nicety, the white out, which is obviously not opaque either, but the white was like 3 or 4 times more opaque than the blue. So what I did was I put a layer of white over the top of the grey type, so it still showed through, but it meant I only had to put like a couple of coats of the blue acrylic over the top, so that it would actually be blue without the text showing through. Yeah, not happy. Not impressed. These ones though, this looks, look, is not optimistic. Though I thought that when I did the Langwo one, because obviously I'm just doing it on white. Perhaps I should have, you know, I'd do it over this text, but then I wouldn't know what number it was if it is opaque, and then I'll find something else. Oh, you know, I won't find something else. I'll just do it in the colouring book. Then I'll know. I do like that they gave me spare nibs. If I manage to trash something on bad paper, it's nice to have some spares. Right, 681. Oh, it's getting dark. Do you know what? I didn't put my lamp on because it was nice. It's a bit change. It has been a bit changeable, but it was like nice and bright. There was blue sky and a bit sunny, and I thought, do you know what? It's not going to be that long a video. Let's not bother with my light. So of course, as soon as I've done that, it's clouding over. So hopefully it won't rain, because then it'll get really dark. It is windy though, I'll give it that. So perhaps I should have, right, shake. So perhaps I should have been able to predict it. It's not like it's not happened to me like 100 times before. Just like, pretty much any time I don't bother with my lamp, I find out that I need my lamp. Right, 6, 7, 9. Right, 2 rows to go. 6 to 7, 29. No, of course it's not in the right order. 7, 1, 4. 7, 3, 7. Okay. Shake, shake, shake. Make that a little little dance party. Shake, shake, shake. No, don't sing. Do not. 1, I'll get copyright strikes. 2, I can't sing. Right, 7, 6, 8, 5. 6, 8, 5. No. 6, 8, 5. Okay. That's nice. That's a yum 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 one, because that's almost like a mint, sort of mint choc chip ice cream. And this one is like mint choc chip ice cream, but with like more E numbers because it's a bit brighter. 685. That'll be the mint choc chip ice cream where you're bouncing off the walls afterwards. Come on, 729. I feel like it should be a green. Did I miss it? Yeah, it's greeny yellow. Or just plain yellow. That's not even really greeny. It's almost like sort of buttercup yellow. It's very soft. Right, 6, 4, 8. This is greeny. Not quite lime green. Yeah. Liking this. I'm happy now. It wasn't a problem with the nicety pens. It was just the colour range. And I thought this is a good. I thought I'd take the opportunity to try another brand versus just buying the more nicety ones. 696. I had lots of tips actually from when I did my haul video where I showed the nicety ones. I do appreciate all the feedback I got because, like I say, I've never used acrylic markers because I've been on my break. Like, this is just this thing that popped up while I was gone. I went away and nobody was using acrylic markers. And then I came back and everybody was using acrylic markers. So I had nothing to compare against. So it was nice to have it reaffirmed that people liked the nicety set and was also recommending Artex. Is it called Artex? Artex. 683. Oh, shake it with the lid on. That's a lesson I've learned from Poscas. If you know, you know. Yeah. I still occasionally do it. I'll get myself into trouble. Very, very messy messy trouble. And that is like an orange sorbet. Yum, 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 yum. I've clearly got an ice cream. You can tell it's summer. I've got an ice cream head on. When all our food is being compared to ice cream, then you know it's summer. Well, it's not quite. Kind of ish. Summer is such a weird thing in the UK because we have such changeable weather. And like this spring was just so out of whack. So we've been having heat waves and stuff like in April. It feels like we've had summer for a while. This is very pale. So this pale one. This is kind of like what the nicety cream was like. Very sort of just vaguely off-white, which is nice. But I didn't have many vaguely off-white things to do. I wanted things like this and this and this. These peaches. So yeah. Happy, 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 happy. But yeah, it's been a weird weather year this year. And of course you have then it goes right, 691, and then a thunderstorm will come through and everything floods because we've had no rain. Oops, we had no rain. 691, come on, what do I want? 691, 691, it's all the way up here. Let's just skip to that. And so yeah, so the ground is so hard that it just floods everything. Listen to me. How very British of me. I'm talking about the weather again, even though I'm only here for the paints. Right, 6. Come on, what have we got? 667. Where's 667? Oh, there it is. It was hiding. It was rolled away, but there's no escape from me. Yeah, next thing you know, I'll be talking about the queue, standing in a queue, waiting for buses. 612. What else do we like to complain about? I don't know. It's just a very British thing. 612. Oops. Oh, let's see if I can get that back up. 612, 655, come on, 655 is still in the box. I'm almost treating this like a colour by numbers. I am trying to stay within the lines. I don't know why. 623, is this one? Yes. I should mention as well, because I'm doing this so early, because I want to use them. I'm actually filming this before my haul, so there will be a haul video for this, and you would have seen it already. And the only reason I mention it is in case I've said something weird that has no context, or I'm talking about the last haul, which for me was the one which had the nicety pens in, but I've just realised that the last haul that you would have seen would have been this one with this in. I'm so easily confused as well. As if I need any help confusing myself. Oh, this is a nice sort of lilac. Very sort of grey, a blue-grey. Nearly lilac. That's a bit more lilac. Nice. I'm liking these for a 120 set. It's worked out well. As I say, last time I thought I had 60 set without really thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, 60 set, but it had all the metallics in it. And yeah, 12 metallics is 48 set isn't going to get me far in a painting by numbers, colour by numbers. I keep saying painting by numbers. I do have that paint by numbers thing to do. I really must get around to do that. I'm trying to finish a diamond painting first before I start, you know, before I start painting by number. 689. So yeah, so if you are a diamond painter, I'll mention this every time. If you're a diamond painter, I do have a diamond painting channel as well, and the link is just there in the top of the description if you want to come and visit, because I know there's a big overlap. That's why I'm into it. Colouring was my first love, and then I found diamond painting because lots of colourists were doing diamond paintings as well. And now kind of my diamond painting is my main focus. But, you know, they're not in that much competition with each other, because I don't think I shook that well enough. Because I tend to diamond paint during the day, and then I tend to colour at night. So they're not in a huge amount of competition with each other. Right. Okay, last row. 706 we're looking for. 707. Right, I see 706. Let's put them to the side. 706. Do you know, I can't even remember the last time I did a swatching video. Do you know that it looks almost white on there, but it is like, I don't know if you can see because of the poor light and also what the camera focuses on. But and the camera auto corrects colours anyway. But this is like a really, really, really pale. It's like it's white with a hint of green. Like if I was buying a Dulux paint or something like that. Do you remember that fad a few years ago? Like everything was hints of white, and there was like apple white and magnolia white and all that sort of. That's an apple white shake. Super, super pale. And this is more of a spearmint green. 6. All right, so 730 is not there. It is here. Quite as well enjoy watching swatching videos, like while I'm colouring. I've quite often referred to YouTube as being my YouTube radio. It's just like, it doesn't really matter what's happening on screen. It's just like having that nice little sort of chatty background. Nice yellow, nice pastel yellow. 669. So yeah, let me know. What are you doing while you're watching this? Are you just watching it? Are you colouring? If so, what are you colouring, or who are you colouring? Do you have these markers? Do you like them? Let me know. All of the things. Oh, and this is a good time. I've got to do this. It's the YouTube mantra. If you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. Or thumbs down, I don't mind. 626. But like YouTube, it loves the interactions. So yeah, if you can give me a thumbs up, that would be amazing. Because after taking such a long break on my channel, it in shock news, YouTube is a bit funny with me. It doesn't always push my videos anymore, which, you know, I get. Sometimes it does, and more often than not, it doesn't right now. It doesn't trust me. Just what it boils down to. It doesn't trust me to stick around. 719. Do that one. See, this is another sort of nice skin tone. Oh yeah, like pale skin tones. I mean, obviously it's got some nice browns and tans in here as well. Good set. Oh, don't do that. Nearly put the wrong down. All right, I'm at 703. Yeah, I'm really happy with the colour range on this. I do feel that it's gonna plug the gaps that I was missing, which is the main thing, and hopefully they'll last a while. 646, 646, because they do seem decently opaque as well. Like, even look, I've gone on over the edge there, and you can already, like, the line is, you can see it, but it's just barely, it's just like a shadow. And that's on a pale colour. If that had been that other one that I was talking about, it would be like it would never, it's like hardly anything's happened. I was so mad about them pens. Like I say though, they was watery. It feels like, you know, in order to make it pale, they just added water to it. Which, if I wanted that, I'd do my own paints like that. 624, I'll just make sure. Right, 704. So as per usual, I have underestimated how long this would take me. I thought, oh, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? 7:23. Yeah, no. It's not. What are we on? We're like 50 minutes. 50 minutes of me talking nonsense. I do apologise. Except I don't really. Sorry, not sorry. It's just like, that's what I do. Oh, this is a really nice pastel pink as well. I just wibble a lot. 6.58. Get this. That's, ooh, that's nice. There's my strawberry ice cream. There we go. We've got the whole set. Right. 734. I want 736. Where's 734? Oh, it's right on the end. Hiding from me. Right, so what's this then? And that's like my milkshake. Right, you're nearly spared. I'm not many left. Okay. 744. Oh, that's very pale. Very, very pale. That's the hint of white. Not the hint of white. The white with a hint of colour, and there's a hint of lilac. Right, 745. No, here it is. Put that there. $6.28. Nice sky blue. Can't find any food that's blue like that. I don't know why I said blue. I always do that. I hear it on when I'm editing the videos. I'm like, that's not how I say blue. Blue. $6.36. So let's think of an emoji. What can you do for this? Well, it's a very colourful palette. So if you could, that's the white. So if you would be so kind, talking of interactions, if you could, oh no, that is not white, because here's the white. So that's just like a really pale grey, except it's almost white. If you could do me, what could we have? Something nice and colourful. So I'll have a rainbow or a unicorn or something like that. Find me a colourful emoji. If you anything you can with like, or if you wanted, you can do more than one emoji, and you can do something red and something yellow. Oh, I thought I had it wrong way around. I was like 989. Yeah, 686. Yeah, drop me an emoji that represents the colours. And as I say, let me know what you're colouring at the moment, and whether you have these markers, whether you recommend any others. I know somebody's already recommended the Artex. I haven't yet to hear. I don't hear many people talk about the Ahoo ones. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching and keeping me company. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Bye.